Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are going to talk about the top 10 natural phenomena. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 10. Morning glory clouds. The morning glory cloud is an uncommon meteorological phenomenon composed of an associated cloud and a single low-level air wave. These are occasionally noticed in various parts of the world, and the fundamental feature of the amplitude series of waves is that they form bands of rolling clouds. As rare as they are, they can only be projected to occur on a regular basis in one spot on the planet, the southern region of the Gulf of Carpentaria in northern Australia. A morning glory cloud, also known as an Arcus cloud, is a roll cloud that can reach heights of 2 kilometers and span distances of over 1,000 kilometers. It moves at a speed of 10 to 20 meters per second and occurs only 100 to 200 meters above land. Morning glory clouds might consist of a single cloud or 10 continuous rolling clouds. On its route, a thunderstorm or shower may emerge, but it swiftly fades over land where the air is dry. There is a vertical motion in the front of the cloud where air is pushed vertically through the clouds, creating the rolling look, while turbulent air in the middle and rear sinks. Number 9. Hessdalen Light, Norway. Numerous people gather in Norway's Hessdalen Valley to witness a dazzling show of light of unknown origin. The light appears to be floating or standing above the ground in red, yellow, or dazzling white. Tourists can sometimes view the light for more than an hour. Sometimes the light just swayed back and forth at zero speed, other times it moved at breakneck speed, and other times it floated still in midair. The lights were said to have initially appeared in the 1940s. Between December 1981 and the summer of 1984, the Hessdalen lights were reported to appear 15 to 20 times per week. However, the Hessdalen lights are no longer as frequent. They are only visible 10 to 20 times per year. Number 8. Lenticular clouds. Some meteorologists believe lenticular clouds are to blame for some UFO, unidentified flying object, encounters. These stationary, lens-shaped clouds form in the troposphere. They are frequently oriented perpendicular to the wind's direction. What causes lenticular clouds to form? Eddies arise when the flow of air along the Earth's surface is blocked. It is affected by the wind speed and the size of the object. When steady, moist air travels over a mountain, a series of large-scale standing waves may emerge. When the temperature at the top of the wave drops to a dew point, this moist air may condense and form lenticular clouds. Because lenticular clouds do not form on flat or low-lying terrain, people may be unaware of their existence. Number 7. Auroras. Auroras are dazzling light displays found only at high latitudes, such as the Arctic and Antarctic regions. The polar lights are another name for these. Auroras emerge when the solar wind affects the Earth's magnetosphere, causing a path of charged particles in the form of protons and electrons to be created. As a result, as these charged particles precipitate into the higher atmosphere, known as the exosphere or thermosphere, their energy is lost. This ionization process produces a beautiful light show with varied complexity of colors. The shape and color of auroras are determined by the degree of acceleration given to the precipitating particles. Because proto-auroras are frequently witnessed at lower latitudes, they emit the typical green color. Number 6. Frost flowers. Frost flowers form when the ground has thawed but the surrounding air is still bitterly cold. Because water expands when frozen, plant sap will expand as well, resulting in long, thin splits in the plant's stem. The sap is pulled out of the cracks by capillary action and freezes when it comes into contact with cold air. The tiny layers of ice will be pushed further away from the stem as more water is extracted from it, generating a petal of very thin ice. These frost blossoms are typically seen in shady places in the early morning and melt quickly when exposed to sunlight. They are also extremely delicate and quickly break when handled. Frost flowers are typically formed by crownbird and yellow ironweed, but they have also been observed to form on fallen fir limbs. Number 5. Sailing stones. Sailing stones are geologic occurrences that have always intrigued people from all areas of life, until their secret was revealed in 2014. Without any animal or human involvement, the stones migrate from one direction to the next, making long tracks along the smooth valley floor. Stones with smooth bottoms wander in all directions, but stones with rough bottoms only travel on straight and striated paths. Several observations also show that stones may initially travel close to one another until one abruptly changes direction to the right, left, or even back to where it started. The lengths of the trails vary as well. Stones of the same size and shape may travel at the same speed and length, yet one may stop abruptly or continue on. Several explanations have been proposed as to why and how they move. The sailing stones of Death Valley National Park in California were initially examined in the 1900s because the paths are highly noticeable. Number 4. Blood rain, Kerala. The first bloody rain in Kerala occurred in 1896, and it has occurred multiple times subsequently. Between July 25 and September 23, 2001, residents experienced heavy red rain that turned their garments pink. Other colors such as green, yellow, and black have also been reported. The most recent incident occurred in June of 2012. From November 15, 2012 to December 27, 2012, there were reports of blood rain in Sri Lanka. Several studies were undertaken following the incident in 2001, and scientists initially suggested that the colorful rain in Kerala was caused by a meteor burst. Others speculated that the red rain was caused by the presence of desert dust, most likely from the Arabian Desert. This theory was later discarded after a comprehensive analysis revealed that the rain did not bring any desert dust. Number 3. Brinicules, fingers of death. A brinicle, commonly known as the icy finger of death or ice stalactite, is a rare oceanic phenomenon. The conditions must be ideal in order to form a brinicle. The neighboring seawater should be less cold and the depth should be ideal. When it first forms, the brinicle resembles an ice pipe. Inside the pipe is supersaline and supercold water collected from the sea ice above the surface via brine channels. Where the flow of colder brine is maintained, the brinicle's narrow walls thicken as the less cold surrounding water freezes. The flow of brine becomes more stable as the ice grows and the brinicle may reach the seafloor. The sea ice pack on the surface must be motionless, the supercold brine must flow constantly. The surrounding water must be less saline and the water must be shallow. The brinicle will break due to strain if the sea ice pack changes. If the brine does not flow steadily, the walls will not thicken and will quickly shatter. If the surrounding water is excessively saline, freezing will be problematic since the freezing point will be too low. Furthermore, if the water is very deep, the brinicle will collapse under its own weight before reaching the sea floor. Number 2. The river under the Black Sea. On August 1, 2010, a team of scientists from the University of Leeds found the Black Sea's Undersea River. They determined that the river is a saline water route that flows heavily through the Black Sea's seafloor and passes through the Bosphorus Strait. This discovery verified the existence of these channels, such as the one that extends from the Amazon River's mouth to the Atlantic Ocean. Although the Black Sea Undersea River is smaller than the Amazon, it is the world's first of its kind. Because of their unpredictability and power, underwater rivers can only be explored using a specialized underwater vehicle. The river is 60 kilometers, 37 miles, long, 97 kilometers, 6 miles wide, and 35 meters, 115 feet deep, according to scientists. The speed at which it flows is 4 miles per hour, and it carries 22,000 cubic meters of water per second, which is 10 times more water than the Rhine. Number 1. Catatumbo Lightning. The Catatumbo Lightning, also known as the Endless Storm, is the world's largest single generator of tropospheric ozone. This strong atmospheric phenomenon only happens in Venezuela, at the entrance of the Catatumbo River as it drains into Lake Maracaibo. This occurrence occurs 140 to 160 nights per year and is caused by storm clouds at a height of more than 5 kilometers. The lightning strikes endure 10 hours every day at a frequency of 280 strikes per hour. These spectacular lightning strikes may be visible for up to 400 kilometers. There were various theories as to how the never-ending storm came to be. Melker Centeno argues that the thunderstorms are caused by the region's confined wind circulation. Others, such as Andrew Zavratsky, suggested that the occurrence was caused by the convergence of warm and cold air currents in the area. Some research from the University of the Andes also implies that the lightning is triggered by uranium, which is thought to be present in the area's bedrock. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.